Hi, I'm Andrew Coventry. I'm the inventor of the mosquito management systems. I thought I'd just explain a little bit to you at the beginning of how a female mosquito, and that's the only mosquito we're trying to catch, as she is the only one that bites and extracts blood. She needs your blood or blood for protein for her eggs. The male, he's just a nectar dweller. Mosquitoes mate during flight, and other than that, the male mosquito just rests. The female mosquito has to extract blood, so she has to land. Up until 9 years ago, traps were not really regarded very highly, and there were only a very few of them in the industry. Since then, because of the environmental problems with pesticides, the duty of care problems with workers, the mosquito problem has become a very, very serious and a very, very expensive problem for countries. It can literally cripple countries due to the cost of malaria and dengue and other diseases that are carried, and there are many. So if you understand that a mosquito will pick up a single breath from up to 70 metres away, it is attracted with heat that it sees with its infrared ability, sound, where they attract each other to tell each other that they found a community feed, and also light. So when I first went on this path of developing a product that actually worked, and this product has been regarded and proven by the world's leading entomologists that it does break the breeding cycle or interrupt the breeding cycle. But when I went on this path, I had a great deal to learn. So I went to all the world's leading experts who were quite happy to give me years and years of their knowledge involved with light, sound, heat. I didn't argue with any of that. Who am I to argue with the world's experts? So I just incorporated their knowledge, their years and years of testing for frequencies and sound and what actually induces a female to a blood feed. And I incorporated all of that, plus much of my own technology, which is developed in pulsing of CO2, light, the way to deliver light in set wavelengths, and developed basically a very simple machine. The first machine that we developed was the Series 4 here. And the Series 4 is to a mosquito, when this unit is going, it is very simply, looks to them like a warm-blooded creature, as does the next series and the third series we're coming out. But each one has a separate purpose. In all of them, the technology is basically the same, because it is the known technology. I have just put it into a way and been able to reproduce it via patented technology to be able to provide a trap that no other trap can compete with. You require heat, but if a mosquito sees constant heat, she won't go near it. She expects to see, like any human or animal, heat varying at all stages. Whilst I'm standing here, the temperature of my body is going up and down. Via our special heater, that is exactly what is happening. We have a situation where we have a water tray in the bottom. That is filled with water, and we put our specially produced lactic lure into this. We give off lactic acid, as you probably know. Sports people often get lactic cramp because they produce too much lactic acid. We've produced our own formulation of lactic acid. We put in there, and to a mosquito, that becomes a major attractant. The other major attractant for mosquitoes is carbon dioxide, which you can see in our small carbon dioxide bottle here. We don't produce carbon dioxide, so our product is a totally green product. We use carbon dioxide that is already collected from the atmosphere and continues to get collected from the atmosphere. Very simply, one breath from a human can float up to 70 metres away, and a female mosquito will pick up on it. We produce enough carbon dioxide that it can drop up to 300 metres away, so that mosquitoes from 300 metres away, female mosquitoes, will follow this CO2. Now, a mosquito doesn't travel in a straight line. She travels in a zigzag. So she's following the CO2 up. What she expects to see is pulsing of gas, like a breath, coming from a human or a cow or a rabbit or whatever it may be. And our technology, again, I say patented and protected technology, produces a method of pulsing that CO2. So when she is flying, she expects to fly in and out of this CO2. If, like many other machines that they've tried in the market, give continual CO2, she'll say, this is not normal, I'm going to get out of here. So what she does is she follows it up. She gets within 30 feet of any of our traps. She sees heat, she sees light, she smells the pheromones that we've got, and she goes to land because she believes she is going to land on a warm-blooded creature and extract blood. Now you may notice how a mosquito, you just go to hit them at times and they fly away the moment you move your hand. They're picking up that vibration that is coming in the air to your hand, and they are so protective and they know how to protect themselves. They say, let's get out of here. So we had to produce a trap that, to the mosquito, she didn't feel anything different when she went to land on it as she would on a normal warm-blooded creature. So we developed a system that she doesn't feel anything until she passes under the lip here. Now a mosquito can only fly upwards, she can't fly backwards. So once she's in here, she realises she's being blown down into the tray, she tries to fly up, she can't, and she's blown into the tray and she's drowned. And remember, depending on the species, that for every female mosquito you trap or kill, you stop anywhere from 1,000 to 6,000 larvae being laid. So just simply multiply that by 10 mosquitoes. And remember, we've caught over 24,000 mosquitoes in one night. So just do it by 10, that's 60,000 larvae that is not going to be laid in that area. Multiply that 7 days a week, or for a whole year, non-stop, day and night, and you are in a situation that it doesn't take long before there isn't millions of larvae laying around, because you've killed the female that's going to lay them. It's amazing, I don't know why, and neither do scientists understand why, but generally in a lay, less than 10% of the eggs laid will be females. So you may see 100 mosquitoes out there, less than 10 of those will be females. And we're not interested in catching the male. He's basically a fool. He just flies around trying to mate with with female mosquitoes. She has to land. So what you're getting in your trap, generally, or especially our trap, is female. And it's been proven that our trap catches between 83 and 98% of the females. Far more than any other trap that's been produced can say anywhere in the world. We're not interested in the male, we're only interested in the female. People turn around and say, oh, well, that's terrible, that's what feeds the birds and the lizards and that. Well, no, we're leaving plenty of males to help nature survive. But what we are trying to do is break the breeding cycle in your area. Now, we know we can't do it all over the world in every area, but what we can do is protect areas where people are living, mining companies where they've got their quarters for their workers, all the offices around there. We can protect up to 300 metres around by forming a barrier. So instead of the mosquitoes building up in your area, you're keeping that area free for around about 300 metres. Some mosquitoes do fly great distances. The average mosquito does not leave its commune more than about 300 metres. So if you can create a barrier in that 300 metres, you are protecting the area you're trying to protect. It may be your backyard. And you're talking about a problem that as the world is warming, the actual expansion of breeding grounds is getting greater and greater. So you've got a continuing problem, a problem that now prevents you from using some of the pesticides because they're dangerous and they can wipe out other animals and so forth. And you're in the situation that the product has to be regarded as being green. Well, this product is. So we fit into all the areas. We attract the female, we kill the female, we're using a green product, we're using a safe product. Everything that I produce is done in 12 volts. So we take it from a 240 volt waterproof transformer, and the lead goes from there 12 volts into the machine. And the situation is that we can join these cords and take them a greater distance, 30 metres and then another 20 metres. We also have the ability to power from this unit to this unit. So you only need one transformer to power up a couple of units. We're in the situation that, and I'll show it to you shortly, that we provide it being able to run off solar panels. We have got these units in mining companies in South Africa, in the Curtis Island at Gladstone, in the $2 billion Santos projects, our major companies like ISS Flick, Santos, and even the largest supplier here to the pest industry supply our units. Why do they use and supply our units and no others? Because they have to have something that is proven to work, and this is the product that does it all over the world. Now, the situation is, how do we pulse our gas? Well, we pulse our gas through quite a revolutionary system that we developed and have patented. And the gas is a high pressure gas. It's a very safe gas. It's the gas that puts the bubbles in your Coca-Cola. And the gas comes from a regulator, and then it's through a low pressure hose. Well, when I say a regulator, a specially designed system in the nut that limits the flow of the CO2 from a high pressure gas to a very low pressure gas, and letting out less than a gram of gas at a time. That then gets fed into our modulator, which has got food grade product in it that attracts mosquitoes. We're the only people in the world that has been approved to not need approval from our veterinary and pesticide authority here in Australia. It is all food grade, and CO2, the way it was designed with a very, very good chemist that we have, it was designed to act just like your body does, your stomach does. And as the CO2 passes through here, it forms a larger bubble, rises to the top, but at the same time activating the ingredients. Now, it's very simple to fit, and each of these units are disposable, and we replace them every month. So you have a consumable market of these and the lactic acid. Now, our aim is to get 1 million units out there into the marketplace and have 1 million of these lures replaced every month, making us approximately $11 million per month. That's our base aim at this point of time. The situation is that all of this technology, the hose, the lures, are all patented and protected. We fortunately have our own patenting experts in our company who ensures that we're protected worldwide. The lighting system that is produced, and what I'll do is I'll just put my glasses on and plug this in. First of all, I will plug it in from the solar panel, which is I shouldn't have put it so close to the wall, but you'll see that that's operating both units. The heat that we were talking about is coming off of our heater. Our light frequencies are coming off our UV light, which is a proven light frequency to attract the female mosquitoes. And our special prism system is creating the frequencies and the light lengths, because of the prism system, that are cut at a certain degree, covers the whole spectrum of wavelengths of all the different lights that attract the female. So this unit works anywhere in the world. There are many, many thousands of different species and many thousands of different light frequencies that attract them. But most importantly, a mosquito will not go and land on anything that is totally still. A human or a warm-blooded creature is moving all the time. Either his hands or somewhere there's movement. They see that movement, and through this special prism we create that movement. The lights are never repeated, and it always maintains different light spectrums and different movements of the light frequency that trick the female into thinking it's a warm-blooded creature. So you may hear there the sound. Well, a professor in Japan who did a lot of study on the sound worked out the frequencies that he believed were attractants. The mosquito sending out to other mosquitoes, I found a blood feed. So we've mimicked that, amplified that, and put that in there. Every known method of attracting a female mosquito has been incorporated into this system, from the pulsing of the carbon dioxide to the heat to the light and everything else. The larger unit was developed because the commercial pest industry said, Andrew, that needs servicing every 5 days or topping up with water. We need something that goes for a minimum of 10 days before it needs topping up. So we produced the unit here, which, as I said, is being used in mining companies, major mining companies, even Sir Richard Branson's island, to protect them and break the breeding cycle of their mosquito problem. It is exactly the same unit. What I'll do is I'll take that out because of the noise, but that is running, and I'll just explain that. That is running off the solar panels. The solar panels produce enough voltage. They're 85-watt panels. They produce enough voltage to charge this special battery that then feeds the units. And that, even in low light areas, this system will work quite adequately, non-stop, for several years, without needing any maintenance other than someone swapping over the lures and swapping over the, or filling up the water. So it's been designed that we can run these units even off of a car battery. We supply a cigarette lighter attachment or battery clips attachment, so that you can run these units. The domestic unit, as I said, exactly the same technology, proven as the larger unit, designed out there for a different purpose. We now have many sales of this unit into the domestic industry. People are hearing about this product, and that's why we've won some of the awards that we've won, and they want the commercial product in their backyard. The situation was there was a call, though, for an off-the-shelf product. These need someone to install them, service them on a regular basis, and they're not a cheap item. So we developed our new product, which is now being patented, and it's called we call it our Space Mozzie Trap. I'll just give you a quick idea of it. This is the unit that we're about to get into production at the moment. It's a solar system that can be plugged into power, but it is totally a solar system that turns itself on and off, the lighting system in the morning and at night time, and it still has the CO2. And I have developed a system that allows this CO2 bottle to last for 10 days, because it is not the amount of gas, it is the pulsing of the gas that attracts the female. It also has its consumable lures, and we have different 3 sections where we can add for a lure that may attract flies or wasps or mosquitoes. So we can fit these lures in. They are replaced basically monthly again, and then the unit attracts the female, and they are stuck to the double-sided sticky tape. This unit allows you to collect from both sides, and it's a situation that you replace. All you do is you pull those out, throw them away every month, and slide some new ones in there. This whole system here lights up. It does not have a fan in it, and we have been able to take the technology from here and add into a much cheaper form that is going to be more readily available off supermarket shelves and so forth, because it doesn't do as large an area, but it still provides the protection, especially in small backyards or backyards, average-sized backyards, I suppose, there. You can use it in much larger areas because of the fact it's solar, but you would need more of them to cover the same area as one of these units. The only difference between that unit and this unit is the size of the fan. That's the only difference. They both catch the same. It's just that this one needs less regular topping up. Finally, to finish, I thought that I would just quickly show you. Here is our heater system with LED lights in. With our prism lamp, with our prism lamp. Very simply, these units are just easily placed into this. The circuit board and the fan, everything just plugs on. It does up with 6 screws. The reason I'm showing you this is because this has been designed to be able to manufacture the parts and then supply them out to countries that can be assembled easily by local people, providing industry, but they don't have to be technically minded. They only have to be able to push these into place. The cords can only go onto the set thing, and in total 6 screws put the whole thing together. So it's made to be able to be assembled by the average worker, whether it be in a village or whether it be in arrangement, say like on the border of Canada or whatever it is. We can use local staff to be able to produce the unit. The CO2 is available everywhere. As I said, it's what puts the bubbles in your Coca-Cola. And this whole unit is totally safe. It's got no problems about electrocution or poisoning or anything else like that. So what we've produced is a very green, very effective product that is well protected by patents. But how do we control all of that? Well, in the circuit boards, they have a chip. Sorry, I should have shown this to you. And this particular chip we control. So in other words, we provide the manufacturing of that chip to anyone. So they can't go and reproduce it. We also provide the production of our lure systems so that no one else can produce them. So we keep that here, those 2 parts here in Australia at this point of time, so that we are protecting from anyone else our technology. At the end of the day, it really comes down that we can tailor-make our systems. Now, at the moment, we are producing systems with special cyclone-proof cages for one of the largest mining companies in the world because they have cyclone problems. So we're not just a company that is providing a couple of traps. What we do is we provide systems that we will build to fit into the required areas for military, for mining companies, for government, for schools. And remember, we have these products in schools, in zoos, on golf courses, in the military, in the United Nations Peacekeeping Force, in the Air Force of Australia, on Sir Richard Branson's islands, just to name a few of where this product is used. I hope that gives you a reasonable understanding of our products, and what we're basically doing is now pushing for these products to go worldwide. Thank you very much.